Warm greetings of the day to one and all by 3H family. 3H Companion, an organization by the people, of the people, and for the people, believes in human empowerment, civilization, spirituality, behavioral ethics, love, peace, prayers, and above all, integrity. It holds like rejuvenating, innovating, strategic, personality development, signature looks workshops. It also deals in a spiritual and psychological, socio-emotional intelligence sessions. Other than that, it teaches and have whole workshops of sex education, awareness program, and different sectors for the betterment of society. Today, we 3H are humbly privileged to have our today's guest. Our guest of honor, Ms. Rachna Bhimrajka, founder of Fun to Learn, who is a dynamic entrepreneur and educationist. She is handwriting expert, graphologist, career counselor. So far, she has trained more than 125,000 students and works on women empowerment. Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao. She had trained thousands of teachers and made them financially independent. Wow, ma'am, great effort and endeavor. She is associated to many social and educational organizations like President Shiksha Kalyan Foundation, Maharashtra, Corporate Associate of APAR, National Advisor of National Sport Academy of India, and many more. Above all, she also holds World Book of Record. Proud cheers and kudos to all your energy and synergy. We are privileged to have you, ma'am. We also have our guest speakers, Ms. Preeti Kapoor, a seasoned HR consultant and yoga trainer. Ms. Ruchi Gulati, founder, Sanyukta Yoga. For further crown to our guest speakers, I would like Ms. Ina Singh to take the stage now.
Thank you so much, Anjaldi, for giving me this pleasure to meet such lovely, lovely people on this platform of this 3H Companion here in Unique You, where we every day meet new and beautiful personalities, the ones who really enrich not only us, but all our audiences as well. I think audiences are always waiting to listen to their experiences, rich experiences rather. And now I would like to invite all of them on board. Rachna ma'am, Preeti ma'am, Ruchi ma'am, and would like already you have given the introduction of Rachna Bhimrajka ma'am. And now I would like to say something about Preeti ma'am, which I think everybody is waiting for. She's a graduate in industrial relations and personal management from Delhi University, MBA in human resource, management from IIPM, master's in psychotherapy from Institute of Psychotherapy and Management Sciences. She's a seasoned HR consultant with over 15 years of vast experience in industry with strong sense of HR strategy aligned with business goals, experience in managing and developing strategic talent, acquisition processes, TA advisory systems and procedures in allied functions, diverse experience and strong educational background to deliver in mid and senior level talent acquisition in manufacturing, service, financial, engineering, IT, automotive, and pharma industry, ranging from Fortune 500 companies to startup projects. Having strong experience into key skills, executive search, resourcing, training with good understanding of industry dynamics and human psychology, experience working as speaker with MNCs, for performance and stress management. Great to have you here, ma'am. And
Thank
let's
you.
everyone applaud and welcome Miss Preeti on the board.
Thank
Let's
you.
all do it together.
Thank
Great,
you.
ma'am. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
And next, I would like to introduce Sanyukta Yoga tutelage of Miss Ruchi Gulati. Miss Ruchi has experience of over 10 years in the field of yoga. Super, ma'am, and you are on the day of International Yoga Day. Welcome on the board. And we will learn a lot of things from you. She has taught over 10,000 students in these years. Superb. And I am really feeling like today I'm also your student for a day. And from today onwards, rather. She has taught 35 German students, age group between 70 to 21 years in Kerala, who had traveled and the ship was their college for 2 years. Wow, very unique experience. She has had the privilege of teaching them benefits of yoga asanas, relaxation, and pranayam. She has taught asanas and pranayams to the students between the age group of 9 to 13 years in a playway method where we have taught them of Sanskrit language by taking the examples and the stories from the Indian scriptures, teaching them values and teaching them the importance of breathing. Fantastic, ma'am. This is a very good idea of you utilizing the Sanskrit language, the scriptures, because we as Indians, we should be connected to our roots as well. Superb. She has taught special deaf and mute children as well. Kudos to you, ma'am, for this. Because we all are teaching the ordinary children, the unique ones, but then these deprived ones are sometimes not taken care of, where you are taking care of these also. Having completed an intensive 900 hours teachers training program from the renowned the Yoga Institute Mumbai, and she has professional knowledge of the asanas, pranayams, and the theoretical knowledge for teaching the same. She has traveled across the country and abroad teaching students of various age groups. Also, she has got a certificate of participation and an excellence award from the Ayush Ministry for conducting sessions in Delhi. Love is the ingredient between the teacher and the student, the most important ingredient, which is unfortunately missing in today's times. I approve of that, ma'am. At many places, this is missing, which is whereas this is the only thing which connects you with your students, and rest everything becomes a cakewalk for a teacher, whether from any field we talk about. So I agree with you at this point. And Miss Ruchi, she makes every attempt to imbibe this love in the students that she teaches. I have no second thought about it after meeting you in this meeting. Great to have you here. And let's everybody clap and welcome Ms. Ruchi Gulati on this unique You platform. Welcome, Ms. Ruchi Gulati. Pleasure to have you here. And now I would like to pass on the baton again to Chanchal ma'am to take the conversation further.
Thank you, Ina. And as usual, it's pleasure always to hear from you with your smiles. I also want to welcome with a great round of applause to all the audience we have here. Biggest clap for welcoming her, Ina Singh. Now we would have conversation between with our guest speakers, and today there will be something new actually. We have our Rachna ma'am with us. So she will be commenting, yes, of course, but then she will also be asking one question to our guest speakers, whatever comes to her mind. So that's the beauty of our program, that we all just dwell with each other happily, giving mutual respect and love. So my thought is, रोग नहीं अगर योग है, और I could say योग है तो रोग नहीं. I would like to listen your comments upon that. योग है तो रोग नहीं. Yes, Preeti ma'am.
Yeah, see, yoga actually it's an integration of mind, body, and spirit. So once we get into a mode where our brain is settled and it helps us to do that, it's a process as well as it is a state. So once we reach to a state, we basically reach to our capacity, and it helps us to become that unique us, and it helps us to utilize the energy. We are also basically one energy in the atmosphere. So it helps us to integrate with the higher energy, and we can explode with more talents once like we realize that what we are. And yoga definitely helps us to come out of it. And obviously, if we are reaching to that level, we are definitely in that process. We are eliminating like any kind of rogue or any kind of diseases out of it.
Great, ma'am. Thank you. And what about your views, Ruchi ma'am?
योग है तो रोग नहीं. So I feel all your issues and all your problems begin with the mind. So the problem, the disease, before it comes onto your body, it begins in your mind. And yoga treats the mind so beautifully, from the body to the mind to the soul. So that mind is treated so beautifully that before it manifests onto the body, it is taken care of in the mind only. So I think yoga se hi hoga.
Great, ma'am. Great, very true. So वो like जैसे yoga से ही होगा, and according to your profile also, even you have taught deaf and dumb children also. So I would like to hear from you that how you manage, because if we just talk to people, those who have all those beautiful senses gifted by God, it is very easy for us to communicate. But communicating with these type of people or children is a bit difficult. So how do you manage that beauty?
Oh, it was phenomenal. Actually, teaching those, and they were not young kids, right? They were teenage adults. So I would say they were between the age of 18 to 26. And कहते हैं ना, when God gives you something, doesn't give you something, he gives you something else so much in abundance. ऊपर वाला जो है एक आपको प्रदान नहीं करता है तो दूसरा भर के प्रदान करता है. So here they could not hear, they could not speak, but their sense of perceiving through the skin was so strong. So anything which would vibrate, they would absorb. So when we were teaching them, of course, there was sign language. And for example, if they are lying down, we would tap on the floor to wake them up. They understand vibrations, they understand sign language, they understand emotions, they understand love. Like we heard it in the beginning that love is the most important ingredient and component in every relationship and on this earth. They are so full of love. They have so much of love within them. They just need a channel to understand them. They have the same language. They have the same way to express just like we do. That energy which we express through is spoken and theirs is hidden. So their expressions are just amazing. So we had a beautiful time teaching them.
Great, ma'am. Rachna ji, any comment from your side?
Chanchal ma'am, when yoga experts are there, Preeti ma'am and Gulati ma'am, so I cannot give any comment. Yes, I would like to know further. So if you say, I can ask a question on it.
Yes. Please.
Yes. Okay, so Preeti ma'am and Ruchi ma'am, you both have to answer. So just few hours back, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has tweeted, and he has launched an app on yoga, saying one word, one health. Just few hours back, this app is launched, and this International Yoga Day was initiated by India in 2014, in the month of September, and 177 nations had agreed and has participated, including Canada and USA. So what do you feel about this quote, one world, one health? Your feedback, since you both are into yoga, and uh, just share your feedback on one world, one health. So Preeti ma'am, you can start with it. Since Ruchi ma'am just replied, so Preeti ma'am can start.
So I'll share an experience of mine. So we shared a forum where there were a lot of guests from abroad, and there were a lot of people from India as well. So I realized one thing, that so people were talking about their problems, starting from their disease to then getting into their mind and other problems. So we just realized that no matter in which country or in which continent you are staying in this world, the problems more or less are same, whether they are mental or their body or their, if you're even looking at a higher, looking at spiritual level also. So problems are very, very same. And if we see, and even if we go to a yogic science or ancient science also, the method or the process which is given by Ashtanga Yoga is actually pretty formalized to reach to that state where you can reach to best of your capacities through yoga. So I think it's an excellent thing with their, because problems are more or less same. So the methodology which they are giving is also similar. So I think it's excellent forum, and a lot of people would like it and love it, and they can utilize it even if they don't have time to travel or anything, they can use it through this app.
Ruchi ma'am, yes, great. And the best part for this app is, the best part when I was reading is that it will be soon it will be into vernacular languages also. So that when it's into vernacular languages, accessible and understandability will be very easy. So Ruchi ma'am, I would like to have your perspective on it.
I think one world, one health. It is about time we realize how important health is, how important mental health is, how important it is to be realizing, staying close to nature, how important it is to realize not to have any kind of bitterness between each other, between countries, how important it is to realize that, yes, you are growing, we are all growing. So wherever you have, when you see the entire globe at large, we as a country, we were a country which not just produced vaccines, but we started helping other countries also. We being such a largely populated nation, we were going through the same crisis, but we tried to help others along while we were suffering. So I think if everybody understands this concept, that you were not alone in this, we were all in this, and we decided that I will not let you drown, come on, I'm helping you. So I think Modi ji has come out with this, and this is not just for the betterment of India, it is at the world at large. If each country decides, all right, I'll help this neighborhood country, this country is missing out on this one, let me go ahead and help. If this country does not have this, let me go ahead and help. So I think when we work in harmony, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, when we work together in harmony with each other in totality, I think each country will get a chance to flourish. And the person, forget about economic development, forget about your, your GDPs and anything, your mental health, that country is going to, in any case, our sages had said, where there is sun shining every day, that country will always be radiant. So we are blessed with a radiant prime minister. We are blessed with a radiant country. And I think this is a wonderful thing to happen on Yoga Day. So hats off.
Well quoted here. Well quoted. No, very pertinent and very well quoted. You just now put up your all answer or the gist of it in one line, the last one. That the sunshine in only that country. It works for it. Wonderful, ma'am. Yes, Rachna, ma'am.
So the theme for current International Yoga Day is also yoga for wellness, which does not include just the physical well-being. It is also focusing on the mental well-being seeing the current scenario of pandemic. So both of you have put up so nicely, and the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Ruchi ma'am. Yes, see, being as you rightly mentioned, India being a vastly populated country, but we salute our Prime Minister handling it. If you see the percentage rate, death rate in comparison to any other country, yes, if we talk about the numbers, numbers may sound big, but if you see the percentage, India is the only country which has, yes, which has handled pandemic in such a beautiful way. All credit goes to our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. Yes, see, we social media we will find lot of negativities, but leaving apart, and this is a beautiful step because yoga with yoga, what we feel, you know, can any, both of you say what was the preventive like earlier years when there was no life insurance? So what was the health insurance they used to follow? Yoga. Yoga. Nowadays we all are not doing yoga and all. We are into stress. Life में इतना ज़्यादा भागदौड़ में इतना stress है. So we have to get our life insured, mediclaim, life insured. But पहले के if you see the old people, our grandparents and our ancestors, what you will see, they all were doing yoga and they did not require any insurance, and their age was also most of them 85 plus. So now over to you, Chanchal man. You can ask next question.
Ina ma'am, anything coming to your mind?
Yes, ma'am. We have all the experts here. Related to yoga only, I would be asking the question. Nowadays, it has been put into the schools also, what I have observed. Children are going through it. And yes, but what I find as a parent, I'm asking this question. Children are not attached and they do not understand the yoga. It's there as a class. So what can be done to improve that? Because yoga is not just exercise, what I understand. It touches your heart, your soul, your body, your mind. It touches every part of us. But if we ask children, they will just say it was an exercise class, and some of them would also say it was so boring. Although I am a diehard fan of yoga, I just love it. As a parent, I can groom them. But as a teacher or as a school, how it can be imbibed as a beautiful thing, because it's a very ancient culture of India also. Quite people have started doing it and understanding it. So at child level, what measures can be taken to improve the quality of this yoga, and it can reach each and everyone with the same intensity? So I would like to ask Ruchi ma'am and then Preeti ma'am and then few inputs from Rachna ma'am as well.
So that was a wonderful question. How do we incorporate this into kids? And yes, remember, whatever we are teaching kids, kids are only absorbing what they see. Kids are only seeing what they see. They are given what they are given. They will watch on television also what they are permitted. So if your child is also going to watch a Doraemon or a Tom and Jerry who is moving around so fast, they can be taught virtues as well. So if whatever when you are bringing up kids at a in your home, each home has certain value systems. Each home says, bring up the child this way, these are the do's, these are the don'ts, follow this pattern, follow this. So jisko hum sanskar bolte hain, these sanskars which we are giving our kids at home, if the same values are taught in schools, the kids will have an overall personality development. That child will not just learn how to study, how to calculate, what are the stars, but that child will also know what goes behind my personality, how to have an aim in life, how to respect my elders, and what are these things which I'm supposed to follow. That child will also learn along with all this that I'm not supposed to speak the truth, not because of anything else, but there is another thing which is called karma attached, that if I hurt somebody, that hurt will come back to me. So all these, if imbibed without any fear in childhood, they are called values. And when they are going to be incorporated, we will have a next generation of absolute beautiful individuals who will be there with a beautiful mind. who will be there for the next world, जिनको हम आज Gen X बोलते हैं या Gen Z बोलते हैं या जो भी बोलते हैं, that next entire generation is going to be full of those kids who will understand, who will value, because we are in a certain yuga, we are in a Kali Yuga. So if that deterioration has to be curbed at some point, we will have to begin this in schools. This is called basic nurturing in the roots. We will have to attend to the roots for the plant to grow well and have fruits.
Ruchi ma'am, Haryana government have introduced it from first standard to 10th standard. In the upcoming year, yoga has been introduced in the school curriculum.
Finally.
So one state have initiated. So I'm sure rest of the states will follow.
Absolutely, ma'am. And I would agree to what Ruchi ma'am said, right, that yes, it should be right from the beginning. But what other measures can be introduced? Because children are not interested into it. Somehow there is some gap is there. That is what as a parent I was trying to find out. Because when I talk to people around, they only consider it that yes, it is for the elderly people, not for the children. There are a lot of myths, you can say, or lack of awareness, which is there in the people. And for my own kids, they say, if you have to lose weight, why go for yoga? Why not Zumba? Why not aerobics? It's a very slow process. So then I have to explain them all the things, that how important it is and what it gives. So this is what I was trying to find out, that if these things can be done at school level as well, where children are made to understand the importance and then they are made to exercise. So Preeti ma'am, now it's over to you.
Correct. So I can just share my experience on the same thing, which the difficulty which we were facing, and it was quite a big group. There were around 250 kids. So I mean, handling a class of 10, 15 kids itself is difficult. So again, kids are obviously, as you rightly mentioned, they're not so interested and they will always question. And I really appreciate that inquisitive nature of there, that, they want to know why and how and where we are going to use all this. So first, to explain them the importance of it, we tried to, utilize certain stories. We started with like initial 2 or 3 sessions. We just used a few stories to tell them that how it worked, like probably mythological, a few stories on real base, that how it actually worked, taking them through the process and journey of few people, some kids which they can relate to, like how Ruchi was saying, like, Doraemon, or probably such things which interest, because if we are talking, I'm talking about kids of the age of around 7 to 12. So it becomes very, very difficult. Their attention span is really short, and you have to, utilize that particular moment only before they actually leave you and they say, we are not bothered what you're saying. So that really helped, like, once they got into a mood and they realized the importance of it through storytelling and, putting somebody a little competition, a healthy competition, that, okay, you come, you do this, and realizing and then showing them how the flexibility actually helped to increase the oxygen level, and then, how your mind can relax and you can do better and you're becoming more perceptive with that. So such few things we tried to utilize practically, which helped them a lot. So probably at the school level also we can do, because it's a small period. So usually kids are attuned and it is all very formalized, like, you start with this asana to going to another. So they don't enjoy, they are like more like robotic into it. So to utilize it, then sharing their experience, using some kind of teamwork together. So all that really helped.
Absolutely.
Very, very right. Yes. Absolutely. And you were amazed. Whatever we are discussing, we did it at our organization yesterday, from planning to presentation. We did it in 3 rounds. The one is meditation, begin with meditation. Second one is an umbrella dance, which is related to aerobics. And third one was the group discussion. And it would be live either today or tomorrow. We'll be showing that to everybody, that even children, if they are valued, if they just leave upon them, let them find out. Actually, the thing is how to explore them. This is human psychology. Not only children, even you see the elder ones. Are they interested in all these things? How keen they are. How keen they are. And that's why, because they do not know, they're not aware. And once you research upon it yourself, you find out other than what others are saying. Yes, when we listen to others, it impacts, it influences according to our interest. But when you research or search by yourself, it becomes your core interest upon it. And when you do it, then it is learned by you. That's how, if we leave upon children many things, let them find it out themselves. You see how wonderfully they do. And even if, Ina ma'am, you can read out some of the comments I just go through, wonderfully written by children just now in the comments about the inside and outside. Anusha Haq, she wrote down something related to inside and outside.
Yes, you cannot always control what goes on outside, but we can definitely control what goes on inside with the help of yoga. Absolutely.
So great. It's see, if it is again the same, how do you deal with them? How do you arouse their interest? Very well said by Preeti ma'am right now. Storytelling. Because stories, children are fond of stories. They love to listen. They love to narrate also. And even after listening, if you ask them to find out such more stories and narrate with each other, wonderful job they can do. So these, Ruchi ma'am, you have such a wonderful frame of few things which you told us just now. And I would like you to speak in Hindi as well, because some of our audience and participants, they are there to listen in Hindi also. So can you repeat those few chunks of your advice which you gave?
Yes, sure. जब हम घर में बच्चों को ब्रिंग अप करते हैं, जब हम घर में उनको जो वैल्यूज सिखाते हैं, जैसे कहते हैं ना परवरिश, वही परवरिश में जो कुछ उनको सिखाते हैं, कैसे क्या करना चाहिए, किस तरीके से करना चाहिए, वो सारी चीजें अगर हम स्कूल में भी इंक्लूड कर दें, तो बच्चों का जो भरण पोषण है, जो ओवरऑल उनका जो मानसिक जो उनका डेवलपमेंट है, वो स्कूल से ही शुरू हो जाएगा. स्कूल में जैसे बच्चों को कैलकुलेशन सिखाते हैं, ज्योग्राफी भूगोल सिखाते हैं, इतिहास सिखाते हैं, वो सारा सिखाते हैं, उसके साथ साथ योग के, क्योंकि योग में इतने सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, जैसे प्रीति जी ने बताया कि स्टोरीज द्वारा, यस, हम उनको कहानियों द्वारा बता सकते हैं, हम उनको एक्सपीरियंस के द्वारा भी बता सकते हैं. हमारे उपनिषद और पुराणों में इतनी सारी स्टोरीज भर भर के हैं कि अगर हम छोटी छोटी स्टोरीज भी करें, जैसे सभी को याद होगा लास्ट ईयर पैंडेमिक में शायद सभी ने 90s के बाद महाभारत और रामायण एक एक बार फिर से देख लिया, तो दैट इटसेल्फ वो ही हमें इतना कुछ सिखा के गया कि कैटेगरी बन गई कि इन लोगों के साथ ये बुरा हुआ क्योंकि ये ऐसे थे, इन लोगों ने ऐसे किया, गलत ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, ये अधर्म है, ये धर्म है. सो that was put so beautifully through that epic itself, and we can also have them participating when they will go, जब वो जाके खुद थोड़े थोड़े कर्म करेंगे, जब वो जाके खुद लोगों के साथ इंटरैक्ट करेंगे स्कूल के द्वारा ही, तो जैसे ये SUPWs होते हैं, थोड़ा सा उनको जाके वहां पे उनके साथ इंटरैक्ट करने का मौका मिलेगा या कुछ ऐसा, तो बच्चों को वो पता चलेगा कि अरे हाँ, मैं इस जगह पर हूँ, मुझे ये सीखना है और मुझे इसके लिए अपने आप को बहुत थैंक यू कहना है, मुझे ऊपर वाले से बहुत थैंक यू कहना है, एक धन्यवाद जरूर करना है कि जो उसने मुझे दिया है वो बहुत भरपूर है. एक हर एक घर को, एक हर एक बच्चे को स्कूल में अगर टीचर से यही सीख मिलती है तो वो बच्चा बड़ा परिपूर्ण हो जाता है, क्योंकि माँ को ना ऑफन बच्चा ग्रांटेड ले लेता है.
राइट मैम. मैम, like other than these aerobics, like other than asanas, everything, this yoga has some benefits to our gastrointestine and other like ways and means. So just 2 minutes or 1 minute if you can speak over that.
Yoga has effects not on your just your gut, but your entire health. But since you asked only about the abdominal benefits, when you do asanas for compression, see, depending on what area or what problem you're looking at. If you're looking at gastro problems, yes, there are forward bending asanas, there are twisting asanas, there are asanas which remove the extra vata from your body, there are pranayams which will मैनेज द अग्नि. शरीर के अंदर जो पेट में जो अग्नि है, जिसको हम जठर अग्नि कहते हैं, दैट फायर विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर डाइजेशन, थ्रू प्राणायाम, थ्रू डिफरेंट क्रियाज, यू कैन बैलेंस दैट अग्नि. इफ दैट अग्नि इज वेरी हाई और इफ इट इज वेरी लो, both ways you will fall sick. So that agni has to be sama, it has to be in a balanced state. So yes, it can be.
Great, ma'am. So it means mentally, physically, spiritually, and biologically, this is a union which can be defined by one word, that is yoga. Right, ma'am?
Yes.
I think, Ina ma'am, it's time to felicitate our host now. Yes, Ina ma'am?
Yes.
Our guest here? Yes, yes.
But before that, do we announce the last time's winners and the questions?
Right. Yes, please.
Let me share the names of the winners of the last time.
Yes.
Last time quiz winners are, I think many of them are here also. I could see Uttam Sharma is there.
Yes.
Tanya Tewatia is there. Shriya Maheshwari is here. Anusha Haq. Yes, she is also here. And Priyansha Gupta. Siddharth S. Dr. Khushbu Ahuja. Manasvi, very nice. Manya. Why I said very nice on Manasvi? Because she is one of the regular, you can say, regular participant. Yes. That's why I was wondering, the others must be wondering that why I said especially for Manasvi. That's the reason. Very nice. Now, children.
She's a keen learner everywhere.
Very, very true. So now be ready for the today's quiz.
Congratulations. Yes. Heartiest congratulations to all the winners and the keen participants. Wonderful attempts by you. Now be ready for today's quiz. Ina ma'am is sharing very quickly for 5 seconds. That will be there on the display screen and you need to answer in your chat box.
Ma'am, there is some technical glitch I'm facing. I'm trying to share.
Okay.
Here I go. Is it visible?
No.
It is showing started screen sharing. Yes, ma'am. It is now. Who has got award from the Ayush Ministry? Who has got award from the Ayush Ministry? Your options are Miss Preeti Kapoor or Miss Ruchi Gulati. You need to answer in chat box. Who has got award from the Ayush Ministry? Miss Preeti Kapoor or Miss Ruchi Gulati? Hurry up.
Question number 2. Who works on women empowerment? Miss Rachna Bhimrajka or Miss Ruchi Gulati?
Ma'am, please share the screen.
It is there on the screen. Please find it out. Who works on women empowerment? Miss Rachna Bhimrajka or Miss Ruchi Gulati? Think and answer. You know what happened last time. Everybody has given the same answers and all were wrong. So think and write your own answer.
Here also, I would like to mention one thing to all the participants who got certificates. You have to reach to the 3H companion page to get your certificates. That I would be just sharing with you on the chat box.
I hope it is clear to all. You need to, yes, you need to download or upload your certificates from the 3H companion page. Download your certificate from 3H companion page. So it's time for felicitation. We have today the dynamic personality with us, Miss Rachna Bhimrajka. Ma'am, with 3H companion presents a certificate of appreciation and gratitude to you for rendering your valuable time and virtuosity at uniqueyou@Pujhwate Zindagi Ki. Please accept this token of love and grace us.
Thank you so much, Chanchal ma'am. This is really like on International Yoga Day, receiving this is really an honor. Thank you so much for it.
Now I would like to request you to felicitate our guest speakers and coordinators as well.
Okay, so our next appreciation and gratitude award goes to Miss Ruchi Gulati. And Ruchi ma'am, each and every word you spoke was so true, and the values has to be inculcated from the childhood only. And it has to be, I would just add on one thing, it has to be fun learning, as Ina ma'am said, how as a parent we want. So just if we include fun element, yoga would be much more interesting. So each and every word, your contribution towards International Yoga Day was really an honor for Unique You and each one of us. Thank you so much. The next award of appreciation and gratitude goes to Ms. Preeti Kapoor. Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am, for sharing your insightful knowledge. Also being into yoga, you have shared your valuable information, and I'm sure the kids would have been benefited out of it. Thank you so much. And then I think it should be the host for the day. Yes, Ms. Ina saying, always a pleasure to hear with a charming personality. Ina ma'am, you were a very good host and a moderator. Always a smile and curious to listen what the speakers were saying.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So appreciation and gratitude, and last but not the least, it should also come for Chanchal ma'am for organizing and hosting, coming up with a unique idea, unique you. The name itself, you feel like being a part of it. And yes, how can I forget my lovely kids? Manaswi, Pavni, Angela, Tanya, Praful, Uttam, Priyam, Jayanti, Anusha, and I'm sorry if Redden from Miss Redden.
Redden Roro.
Redden Roro, you are from which country? Kindly unmute. I could see you were also listening with keen interest. It's an honor to have you here on International Yoga Day. And I saw Mr. Sanjeev Kapoor also here. So each and every guest, we are very much grateful for attending this show, because we had two experts on yoga, Ms. Ruchi Gulati and Ms. Preeti Kapoor, who had shared their insightful knowledge. And I am sure this 45 minutes was, each and every minute was very much valuable and informative for you all. Thank you so much. If you all say, Chanchal ma'am, aap Hindi ka bol rahe the, I have just, I have a quote on yoga on Hindi, if you would, if time.
Right, please.
Okay.
Please.
like people say, आजकल के बच्चे बोलते हैं जैसे कि योग हमें क्या सिखाता है. Okay, so उसपे है, मेरी नहीं लिखी हुई है. I am not a writer, but I like this, so I would just like to say that योग हमें खुद से मिलाता है. योग ईश्वर से अनुभूति दिलाता है. सफलता 3 चीजों में मापी जाती है: धन, प्रसिद्धि और मन की शांति. प्रसिद्धि और धन पाना आसान है, बट मन की शांति केवल योग से मिलती है. योग जीवन का वह दर्शन है जो मनुष्य को उसकी आत्मा से जोड़ता है. यदि शरीर और मन स्वस्थ है तो लक्ष्य पाना असंभव नहीं. योग करने से मन और शरीर दोनों स्वस्थ रहते हैं. So happy International Day to all our viewers who are watching us live on Facebook at 3H platform. Be unique, you. Happy International Yoga Day to each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So hearty thanks to Almighty and one and every person present here with their beautiful smiles, exchange of ideas and love, respect for each other. With this, we pray, smiles and bless each other and end our today's meet here. Thank you so much for being with us at Unity.
Thank you.